it took a while to kind of get around campus and learn people, and really my role is to facilitate different people across campus that are really pushing and moving sustainability forward. And it's helpful that these surveys are coming out showing that, a really large percentage of students that are coming into campuses are interested in the green practices of the university. So I'm really trying to stress that to student life and university relations as they're recruiting not only students but faculty. And our chancellor is committed to sustainability. He wants our university to be a positive role model for the other LSU systems, but also, for our campus, our surrounding area outside the campus. And this is a little timeline. In 2008, there was an executive order by the governor that said state buildings needed to be leaders in energy efficiency. And so at the same time, students really started making a push and talking to the chancellor and asking, what is our commitment to sustainability? And that's when I was hired at the end of 2008. And then over the next year, you see a lot of student activities outside of the classroom. We call that co-curricular activity. You're probably going to be, introduced to a lot of that. And, or maybe you'll be leading some of that over the next couple of years. And then in 2010, faculty members got on board and started a committee to start infusing sustainability within the curriculum. And so now the challenge right now is to set some kind of benchmarking and goals, and to kind of track our progress. I think, a lot of people around campus are going to be surprised at how well we've done in the last couple of years. And now, it's time to showcase that, but it's also a time to figure out where we're weak and where we're strong, and where we kind of need to help develop those areas that we're weaker in. So, sustainability, I have a slide that, what I want to emphasize is sustainability is very comprehensive. And as we're setting our goals, there's different categories. When you think of sustainability at a campus, there's, the administration and how we plan and how we lay out the grounds of the campus. There's also the operations of the campus itself. So how we're managing energy, how we're managing water. And then the third component is why we're all here, is for our research, education, and service. So just that's kind of how we're organizing campus sustainability. And again, here, this is what I just went over, the 3 different categories and the different subcategories within those. All of this kind of builds campus sustainability. So, and this is important because the main core mission of the university, as I said, is education, research, and service. And all of the bottom subcategories here that I showed you, they all underpin the core mission and outcomes of our university. So, for example, some of these subcategories, like the way we purchase materials that we bring onto campus, or the way we discard our materials, how we affect people on campus and our human resources, that can all affect this center line here, which is risk management, how safe and healthy our campus is, the leadership at our campus, how well we recruit students and faculty. So sustainability is very key to mention, you've probably heard of the triple bottom line, and that is any combination of these words: people, planet, and profit. So this has got to be in balance to be, genuinely sustainable. So the way we treat and our workers on campus and our employees on campus, the community on campus is really, our achievements are really going to be made by the people. So how we invest in our people and our human resources. So, and then the planet is more the environment, protecting our land and our water from pollution. And then the profit is really where a lot of administration these days want to focus. The economics, because when you save water, you save energy, you're saving money. So that's kind of right now in the tough economic times is where a lot of the focus is. But we don't want to be lopsided because sustainability has to keep these three categories in balance. Think of it like a three-legged stool, and if one is shorter, then it's not going to be stable. So you have to place equal emphasis on these three categories. Sustainability is meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. So we're being good stewards of our resources, and again, the three areas: natural, economic, and human capital. I said, campus sustainability at LSU is very comprehensive. So this slide kind of shows you, if we are looking at carbon footprint, but if that's all that we were looking at, then all of our resources, all of my time, would be spent on tracking energy and transportation, because that's where our emissions come from. But we are looking at education, food services, and bringing up the dining hall, construction on campus, waste management, which is what Andreas is going to talk to you about, and recycling, purchasing, what we bring onto campus, planning. I work directly under campus planning, so we coordinate those efforts. And so some of these next series of slides are different categories of what LSU is doing. And in the planning area, I mentioned the executive order. So this is a state mandate back in 2008. And it was a little vague, and over the years, I'll be glad to say that the state has really kind of tightened down and given us some more stringent guidelines as far as buildings. But even our flagship agenda, if you've heard of that, that's LSU's strategic plan. It does include these three components of sustainability. So we're trying to ready students to meet environmental, social, and economic challenges. Again, I work directly under campus planning, so the master plan was created in 2003. Even then, you can see the parking lot is periphery parking, so we're trying to encourage a more walkable campus. Also by, the gates and kiosks on campus, trying to limit the amount of driving on campus and make it more of a walkable campus. Sidewalks have been installed. As we're doing that, we see more bikers, so then that results in more bike racks being installed. So, even back then, open space, our tree canopies, when they improve or build a new parking lot, you're going to see a lot of trees and green space incorporated within that. I talked about the people on campus, the humans, the students, and the staff, and the faculty, and how we reach out to our community, and how we engage community, and how we collaborate and work together. That's all part of sustainability. And we have, at LSU, we're, lucky to have these different units that solely focus on in those areas, like CCEL, or the diversity office, volunteer LSU. In the area of education, the co-curricular activities, some of those that are taking place are Bike Week, that's in November. Unplug, we're about to jump into in March. departments around campus. Remember, sustainability can really be incorporated in any discipline, any department across campus. So some examples are horticulture class. I partner with them every semester, and there's a group of students, different teams divide up in this class, and you receive, of course, credit for different projects. And one project was creating a green guide, and that's now posted on the website. You can go and it's a good resource. Computer science created a energy dashboard for LSU, and they also created, this was just last semester, a virtual green tour of the campus, so you can kind of scroll around and see some of the highlights. Our marketing students just recently created 30-second commercials that we're using to kind of promote sustainability and recycling around campus.
We showed one
You did show
a couple
one?
weeks ago.
Another team of students are doing a whole series of additional, every semester they pick different topics. So this is real helpful for me because I'm an office of one person, and now I kind of have, many different arms around campus, assisting and volunteering to help. And I mentioned our curriculum committee. This committee is very proactive. They meet once a month, and they're really moving things along. We've inventoried all of the courses in each semester, and we've listed those on the website. So if you're looking for a course in a certain department, in a certain college related to sustainability, they're all on the website. And the point is to figure out how many courses are related to sustainability, come up with a percentage of LSU courses, and then continue to improve that number. So we're looking for metrics, with everything we're doing to kind of track and make improvements. These are two of our green buildings that are coming into campus as new construction. And the bottom left is the Hilltop Arboretum. It's, I think, about 5 miles down Highland Road. It's really the laboratory for our landscape architects to develop. It was donated land. And it's an addition. LEED is leadership in energy and environmental design. So these buildings are basically smart buildings. There's different levels of certification according to how green they are. And the interesting part about green buildings is that they do cost an additional premium up front, but then the payback, they actually pay for themselves. And the energy savings, the way this top right is going to be the new res college. It's located next to Kirby, kind of by the Enchanted Forest. The plans, I think, are 2014 for new construction. And they're going for LEED Gold. So the director of Res Life has really committed to using this project as a showcase and a tool for educating all of us about, how a building should be more better operational. And I mentioned Louisiana Sustainable Building Standards. There's basically a checklist, and for a green building you receive a certain amount of points, and based on those points you receive a different level of certification. And Louisiana just in the past year adopted a similar checklist. It's not as stringent, but it's very exciting because now they're open to, possibly a green roof on top of the low roof there in the front of the front building. So these are really, exciting things that architects that we're working with, contractors that we're working with, they're just more open to this being a normal practice. I work right next to the engineers that manage and operate the campus, and for years energy is money, so they've continued to pour into the operations of our campus. There's so many things happening behind the scenes that you don't see. When classes are scheduled, there's this database LSU Dining is greening up and offering sustainable food choices. They host a new program called Project Clean Plate. So I think for a week or two, they encourage you to only take food that you're going to eat and then go back for seconds instead of piling it on and throwing away food. And they've reduced waste by 20%. We're trying to talk them into collecting all of that food waste and sending it to our compost site. So that's our next goal. The grounds at LSU, we take a very strong pride in the oaks on campus and just greening up and encouraging sustainable and organic landscape practices on campus. Spring Greening Day is coming up on the 27th of April, and that's where student organizations can all volunteer to plant around campus the whole day. I went over a lot of the transportation, but with the gates and the kiosks, and there's bike racks aren't just popping up randomly. There's a whole sequence. It's all planned out for the locations, and there's new electric vehicle charging stations too on campus. The Easy Streets 2 has been approved, and that's going to allow for some bike lanes, closing off some streets for vehicular traffic, and shared bike lanes. In the area of water reduction, and actually increasing the quality of our water, we've installed porous concrete, so the water just drains straight through the concrete instead of sheet flowing off of the concrete, and it allows it to filter before it goes back into the ground. We've installed some solar panels, so these operate a pump that's pulling water from the ground table and irrigating the golf course. So no longer do we pay for water or use water, quality drinking water. We're using water that has a mineral content that is fine for the golf course, but we're saving quality drinking water. We're looking at ways to improve our policies on purchasing. This is a large thing to tackle here on campus because of our policies that are already set in place and bidding laws. But different departments purchase different things at different times, and so it's kind of hard to streamline those efforts. But we're making good ground in using green cleaning products, that you may use at home. We want the indoor of our buildings to be clean and free of organic compounds, and we have a software that's installed centrally that can go out on campus and shut down computers that are not in use. I'm going to let Andreas have a whole presentation on recycling. This is just a quick pie chart to show you, this top graph, you can see since Andreas came on board, the increase in recycling over the years. So what can you do? There's different projects on campus that are already in motion. If you feel that you want to volunteer on one of those projects, there's ongoing campaigns every year. Kind of need to get the word out to new freshmen coming in or new staff in orientation about the programs that are existing on campus. And then we're also looking at always building new programs. Some of those are like green offices, who, always get questions, how can I green up my office? We want to be the greenest building on campus. Or how to green up our events on campus. We're looking at building some eco reps, and these are students that will kind of champion the education of all the student population on campus. Reporting directly to the chancellor. This is just a snapshot of some of the events. Like I mentioned, in the fall, a lot of times I'm busy with working with classes and different class projects, and then we have Sustainability Day in October, Bike Week in November, and then it's like fall is a great time to help out with recycling organization that put together a rating system for colleges and for green ratings for colleges, and it takes a whole year to collect data around campus and upload it into the system. So that's kind of my charge right now. I have until October to get that data. 6 of the other SEC schools have already been rated. And, again, it's my job to really show you and the campus where we are in sustainability. I don't want to, say that we're better than we're not, because we really need to achieve some goals, set goals, meet goals, and keep, pressing forward. So I manage our website. If you ever have any comments, helpful criticism about the website, that I'm an engineer by degree, so graphics and all of that, I welcome any, suggestions on that. I'm managing the Facebook page. Andreas also has a Facebook page, so please like LSU Campus Sustainability and LSU Recycling. In the near future, we're going to merge those. Again, managing our LEED buildings on campus and new construction. I review for green building practices every project that comes through the campus, different events. And there's a host of resources. Most of those you can find on the website. And this is the film series. So the next film showing is March 15th. That's in the Coast and Environment conference room from 6 to 8, free food. That may get you out there.
Well, not only that, but Dr. Matzenbacher really has recommended that film, and y'all get to go and do that for one of your events.